Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be super quick. It is just my 6 tips for editing your novel. My name's Emily Lawrence. I am the author of the first Draco and Luna book, soon to be out, and a freelance editor. My first tip is read through the novel as a whole before you do anything. Even if you know what you want to change or some of what you want to change, as soon as you're done drafting, read through it as a whole like a reader so that you can get the big picture edits that need done. My second tip goes along with the first. Make notes on the big changes or the little changes. Make notes on any changes you want to fix. Make notes on anything you want to take out, anything you want to add, any new chapters that you think needs added, or new scenes, or a character that's not working. Make all those notes. I use a notebook. You can use a computer, whatever you want, but make the notes so that you can see at a glance what needs to be done. Add the chapter number that it needs to be done in, or the page number, or the scene number. However you break up your novel, write down in detail what needs to be done and where it needs to be fixed. Next tip is do one chapter or scene at a time. I like to work in chronological order. It just works better for me, especially while I'm editing, then nothing's getting jumbled. So I work from chapter 1, scene 1, all the way down. My next tip, take a break between finishing the first draft and editing. Some people will tell you to take a month, others will tell you to take 2 or 3. I take just a couple days. I think the longest I went in between a draft and editing is about a week, just because that works best for me. Tip is don't stress and take your time. When I first started writing and editing novels, specifically got close to the ending, I would start to rush, and then I would miss things, I wouldn't add things properly, I wouldn't be making that part of the story better. So I have learned to just take the time, hang on baby, and not stress. It will take however long it takes. Unless you are on a super tight deadline, take your time with it. And my final tip, once you're finished all the edits, so the first read through, the developmental edit, copy edit, line edit, beta edit, alpha reader, whatever type of edits you're doing, once you are finished everything, read through it one final time to make sure you didn't miss anything, everything works good, everything flows properly. And then you can, if you're an indie author or self-published author, you can format it and do the final proofread when it's an actual book, or this would be the time that you send it to your publisher or your editor. And then once it's in book form, that's when you do the final proofread. You're checking for making sure the formatting looks good and all that. But before I put it into a book, I like to do I do more of a final like skim through just to make sure everything flows properly. It's during the proofread that I pay more attention to period out of place, things like that. Those are my 6 tips for editing your novel. Hope these help.